In the field of psychology, understanding human behavior starts from somewhere. Every thought, behavior, emotion, and movement starts from somewhere. At saan nga ba ito nagmumula? Well, ladies and gentlemen, lahat po ito ay nagsisimula sa ating brain. So what's going on, Reapers? So welcome back to the third episode of Introduction in Psychology. So my name is Death Nigel and I am a BA Psychology student, third year. So in this video po mga kaibigan is we're going to talk about the major parts of our brain. So this topic is very difficult because this is already an introduction to one of your subject in the psychology program, which is the biological psychology. So this subject is currently I am taking right now, and it really requires memorization. So let's get started. Our main command center po, ladies and gentlemen, is our brain. So the main reason we are able to function every day, able to speak, able to process things all around us, it's because of our brain. And one of the major parts of our brain is our cerebrum. So our cerebrum is very large. Halos buong utak niya actually sakop niyan. Kasi its primary function is cognitive processes. At nandito yung thinking, decision making, memory, our voluntary movements. So when we say voluntary movements is, for example, when you open and close your hand, snap your fingers, or anything, any movement that you are doing is voluntarily. Kicking a ball, walking, yan, part of it yan. Another one is interpreting sensory information. Like for example, someone is touching your shoulder, so you are able to interpret that someone is touching your shoulder because of your cerebrum. And our cerebrum, ladies and gentlemen, is divided into two hemispheres. The left and the right hemisphere. So let's focus muna sa left hemisphere. So our left hemisphere is responsible for our language, our logic, our analytical thinking. When we say analytical thinking is how we analyze or solve a certain problem. Like for example, how you calculate your mathematical problem, a strategy on how to win a game. Pag naglaro ka ng Mobile Legends, na Call of Duty, anong ginagawa mong strategy para manalo ka? Yan, that's analytical thinking. Another one na responsible yung left hemisphere is your sequential processing. When we say sequential processing, ito yung way of execution ng ng task mo or yung pag-follow mo ng instruction. One example dyan is, for example, magluluto ka ng itlog. Anong una mo munang ginagawa kapag magluluto ka ng itlog? Syempre, ayusin mo yung kawali, hugasan mo yan, papatuyuin mo yung kawali, then after mong patuyuin yung kawali is ihanda mo yung gasol, or kung sa dirty kitchen ka man, ihanda mo yung kahoy, i-on mo yung fire, ilagay mo yung kawali, tapos after mo ilagay yung kawali, ilalagay mo yung mantika, pas pag nandun na yung mantika, is itay mo muna siyang tumunog-tunog, yung tapos kapag tahimik na yung mantika, syempre ilalagay mo ng itlog, hintayin mong maluto, or lagyan mo ng asin, or kung gusto nyo, magic sarap. It depends on paano nyo lutuin yung itlog. But that's sequential sequencing. It is your ability to execute a task and follow an instruction one after the another. So that's left hemisphere. At dito rin sa left hemisphere, ladies and gentlemen, is kasama rin dito your Broca's at your Wernicke's area. So these are responsible for your speech and your comprehension. The next part is your right hemisphere. So when we say right hemisphere, ang responsible naman niya is nandito syempre yung emotion recognition mo, how you interpret yung emotion ng kausap mo, your feelings, yan, nandyan yan. Another one is nandyan din yung spatial abilities mo. Nandyan yan sa right hemisphere. When we say spatial abilities, for example, visualization, like isipin mo yung crush mo, pumupunta sa'yo, lumalapit, nakangiti sa'yo, at sabi, kausapin mo na ako para malaman ko na ang nararamdaman mo. Yun, na-imagine mo. That's visualization. That's your spatial abilities. Another one is navigation. For example, nakatira ka sa Paranaque, ilagay kita sa SM Bikutan. Tapos alam mo kung how to get home from SM Bikutan to your house because you know the direction. That's navigation, that's spatial abilities. So nandyan yung nandyan yan sa right hemisphere mo. Another one is your creativity. You're able to imagine your mental manipulation. When we say mental manipulation is, for example, nagdi-design ka ng stage. Iniisip mo, maganda etong part na to kapag sa left nandito yung red, sa right naman nandito yung blue. It depends on kung anong gusto mong i-stage design, but that's mental manipulation. Your ability to conjure a mental image in your brain. Diyan papasok yan, yung sa creativity mo, sa imagination mo, nandyan yan sa right hemisphere. However, it does not mean na yung right hemisphere mo nandyan yung creativity mo at yung left hemisphere mo is nandyan yung logic mo is stand alone yan. No, their lateralization is not absolute. It means that both of them is needed in order to perform a certain task. So, paano sila nagko-communicate to one another? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they communicate to one another, yung right at yung left hemisphere, to your corpus callosum. So, it acts like a bridge of them. So, the main reason that you're able to perform a certain task is because of the cooperation of your right and left hemisphere through the help of your corpus callosum. The next part that we will talk about is yung cerebral cortex. Now, the cerebral cortex is part of your cerebrum. So, it is the outer layer of your cerebrum. Now, the cerebral cortex are divided into 6 lobes.
Wait lang, that Nigel. 6 lobe? Hindi ba't 4 siya?
4 yung visible, the frontal, the parietal, the occipital, and the temporal. Those are the visible lobes. Meron din tayo tinatawag na hidden lobes, which is the insular lobe and the limbic lobe or the limbic system nga. So, we will go each of them. First of all is the frontal lobe. So, your frontal lobe is responsible for your decision making, your planning, your emotional control. That's frontal lobe. Your parietal lobe naman is responsible for your sensory input. So, this is the touch, the pressure, your spatial awareness. So when we say spatial awareness is your ability to recognize the objects in your environment. Like for example, you enter a room na maraming mga upuan. So syempre you have to be careful kasi baka masagi mo yung mga upuan or di kaya matamaan ka, masaktan ka. That's spatial awareness. You are aware of your surroundings. Next naman is the temporal lobe. So the temporal lobe is your hearing, your memory, your language comprehension, and lastly, yung occipital lobe is responsible for your visual processing. So that's the responsible the 4 lobes. So ano naman yung hidden lobe? So ang hidden lobes naman, ladies and gentlemen, yan yung insular at yung limbic lobe. So let's start first with the insular lobe. So the insular lobe is naka-integrate dyan is yung mga sensory information nyo. Specifically, nandyan yung taste nyo, temperature nyo, yung pain nyo, syempre kasama dyan emotional pain, at yung visceral states nyo. When we say visceral states, that is your bodily experiences such as hunger, thirst, sexual desire. Yan, kasama yan. Ano naman yung limbic lobe? Ang limbic lobe naman is very crucial in your emotion. Nandyan yung crucial in emotion, learning, memory, and motivation. So, both of those hidden lobes are cooperating to one another in order to help you to perform a certain task. So, that's the 6 lobes of the cerebral cortex, and that is the part of the cerebrum. Next major part of your brain is your cerebellum. So, your cerebellum is also called as your little brain kasi super liit lang actually siya. However, despite its smaller size, it has more neurons compared to your cerebrum. Because it's very crucial kasi yung yung function niya. And the cerebellum's responsibility is your motor coordination. It is how your body move. Next naman is balance and your procedural learning. So when we say procedural learning, it is your ability to acquire a certain skill or a habit through practice at you are able to execute it automatically without a conscious thought. Like for example, when you're riding a bike, at first, kailangan conscious ka na, kinig ko to balance, kinig ko yung ipadjak yung paa ko, kailangan I'm steering the handle, conscious ka, but later on, through practice, is kaya mo na siya gawin automatically. Yung iba pa nga, nagtitext habang nagbabike, which is not advisable pero that is one of the example of procedural learning. Yun siya. So that's cerebellum. The last major part of your brain is yung brainstem mo. At under the brainstem, nandito yung mga pons, medulla at medulla oblongata mo. And one of the responsibilities of your brainstem is to regulate your vital autonomic function. What are those? That is your breathing, your heart rate. So that's how important brainstem is. At lahat ng mga major part natin, from the cerebrum, cerebellum, at brainstem, all of them work together in order to help you to accomplish and to do your daily tasks in your life, at also to give you a normal life. So next time you analyze a behavior, always remember every thought, every feeling has a neural foundation. Also remember that brain isn't just an organ. It is an engine of our consciousness and also a foundation of our psychology itself. We will have a thorough discussion of the parts of the brain kapag nasimulan na natin yung series natin sa biological psychology. For now, dito lang muna tayo because our topic is introduction to psychology pa lang. So if you want more psychology content, trivia, and facts, just follow my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!